What's up? What's up? What's up, people? How everybody's doing? How we doing? How we doing? Let us know if you can hear us. Got it. Did a couple of things with my settings over here, so I don't know if you guys can hear us. How's it going? How's it going? What's going on? What's going on? It's been a long time.
Mary can hear you.
Mary, seriously, can you hear me loud and clear?
Maybe too much.
Thank you, Mary. So I was checking the last time that we haven't done a live like this
in forever.
Yes. So the last time we did a live stream, I think it was like New Year's Eve.
Yes.
So it's been a while. So we miss you for sure. So hopefully everybody's doing well. There's been so many news going back and forth that I can't even keep up. Like it's crazy. So I figure, you know what? Let's chit chat for a little bit. Hopefully people can join us. You know, in their I'm gonna leave the video up. People are gonna ask us any questions and we'll reply back to them. But I figure, you know, let's do this because we have stayed already in all the newest hotels. There's a lot of things going on in Epic Universe. There's Halloween Horror Night speculation map is out. So there's a lot of things going on. Question for you. I know you connected. Were you checking what on YouTube or Facebook? Facebook, okay.
Oh, I don't know. I went to Facebook.
So
but maybe it was YouTube. It was YouTube.
It was YouTube. Just gotta make sure that the notifications are working here very quick. But we're gonna be chatting about a little bit of everything, guys. Seriously. Yeah, we're live in YouTube as well.
Facebook.
On Facebook, sorry. So lots of things happening. So pretty much what we're gonna be doing is going over a lot of things, you know, that is being happening. First of all, make sure you smash the like button. That's very, very important, especially if you're on YouTube. That definitely helps us.
Yes.
Facebook as well. That's how the algorithm works. It let people know that we're here. YouTube is, you know, it's funny. You have to basically have an engagement. So most of the time, they want you to like, comment, and possibly share in order for you to recognize, well, this channel is worth the engagement. Let me recommend it to multiple people. So that's how basically it works. It's kind of silly, but anyway, it is what it is. So, all right. So I do have a question for you. You have done the walkthrough already for Stella Nova and Terra Luna. Similar hotels.
Yes.
So if anybody was wondering what's the difference, it's similar hotel, a little bit difference in theming and color scheme and all that, but it's almost a mirror of each other.
They're twins, yeah. They're identical.
Yeah. It's like Dockside and Surfside, pretty much. You know. Tell me which one you like the most and why.
It would be the second one.
Okay, Terra Luna.
Terra Luna, just because I like the color scheme more, so it's more earthy, and I like it more. For me, it was more like when there's not that many people around. I think it's gonna be like calmer for me. Like the colors are gonna be calmer for me. So I like the layout. I liked it. I like the quick service area. I liked it. I think I liked it a little bit more than the other one, just because of the color scheme and all the earthy stuff that they had. Other than that, they're pretty much the same. I did like that weird hall, that specialty hall from the other hotel more, just because it had a theme in there what's the second one? I get confused all the time.
Terra Luna.
Terra Luna. There's nothing there's nothing there.
I mean, they tried to do something, but
I mean, they could have done something a lot better.
Yeah.
That second one, they kind of gave up on it.
So you like the Stella Nova? I think it's the third floor. It's the third floor in what's up, Cecilia?
Yeah.
So it's the third floor in both of them.
Hey, Raymond.
What's going on, guys? Nice to see you. It's been a while. Thank you so much for joining us. If you haven't done so, please smash that like button. Cecilia, one of our YouTube members, thank you so much for all your love and support. Always watching our videos. Let me share with you guys what Karen is actually referring to. So she's talking about this pretty much. So let me give you so that's basically the third floor that you're going to be able to find. The third floor, that's what you find on the third floor of the hotel, the Stella Nova. When you visit it, it's kind of like a weird layout. I don't know why. I never asked the hotel staff. Maybe next time I go there, I will. But both hotels, Terra Luna and Stella Nova, have on the third floor a special hallway. And obviously, there's no room over here. But obviously, it's very Instagrammable. It's kind of cool. I mean, I took pictures over there with the kids on both hotel. And I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, for Instagram and TikTok and all that, it's nice. I'll be annoyed as hell if I'm one of these guests over here, because what happens that, and we were there, I'm telling you, possibly around midnight, and there's people, because that's where Kyla and I took our picture, and there's people taking pictures constantly, but people don't respect the boundaries, so they just continue to walk and walk and walk, and they're like having like a loud conversation. At least with me and the kids, I'm like, shh, people are sleeping, you know. But anyway, this is basically how the ceiling looks like. So that's basically for Stella Nova. I get them both confused. So let me see if I could pull
those underneath.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So there you go. So this is Terra Luna.
Like the walls are pretty on that one. It's like they did the lighting on one and then the walls on the other one.
Yeah. So
because that one kind of looks cool, but when we went, the lights weren't on. So it was kind of like, wow.
Well, I got to see it.
Well, I didn't. When we went during the day, like.
And the cool thing is that this part over here, it has mirrors. I haven't even bothered to post them, you know. Guys, we're awful posting things. Believe it or not, regardless the amount of pictures that you see of us, that's nothing compared to the amount of pictures we take.
I never post.
We go crazy taking pictures and videos, and we just forget about it. But you know, this is us.
That's cool.
Yeah,
when I went during the day, those lights weren't on. So I don't know if they were having technical difficulties or they just didn't turn them on.
What do you say? You didn't know what?
They were having technical difficulties.
Oh, thank you for making the clarification.
Yes.
They were having technical difficulties, and that we could talk about, because a lot of people think, oh, it's just the first day. So they think it's just the first day. Anyways, I'll show you guys. Let me see if I could. Let me stop the screen really quick. And I'm maneuvering around my pictures over here. But
I love the kids.
Yeah, they're always doing something.
Goofballs.
They're always doing something silly. So that's what I mean. It has a cool mirror, which is pretty neat. And that's the Terra Luna. So, but it's kind of hard also to take a picture like that. It's like you have to angle it. I think it took me like 5 tries.
You almost covered
and you see, and I almost covered Kyla. So yeah, you're right.
I mean, because technically you should have used your other hand, but it was busy because it had a bottle of water in it.
I did have a bottle of water and all that. So yeah, pretty much. And then let me see if I can. show you guys this one.
Well, it's definitely better when you guys went.
Well, yeah, well, definitely. Let me show you the next one. Cecilia is asking, do you think that they rush opening? Yes, they did. Of course they did.
Both hotels.
They, you know, it's just like crazy. Anyway, so that's the effect. You see, so when you take a picture like that, it's kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's kind of cool.
It is kind of cool, actually. Now that I see it, I might like that one better. Because I mean, they even included the walls. Right. Where the other one, like there's no ceiling. Like, it was just like a black mesh with all the lighting. So I mean, I guess they're both kind of cute for what they are. Like Carter said, it looks like they made sure they made a spot that was Instagrammable, but they should have done it in a hallway that nothing else was happening. You know what I mean? Like they could have done it in the hallway with the gym or something like that, where it wasn't really going to interfere with guests. So it'll be interesting to see if there's a lot of like guest complaint because of that hallway.
Right.
But yeah, they definitely rushed both of them. Like I didn't stay the night in either one of them. I came home and took care of the dogs, but it seemed like I was kind of glad that I didn't stay the night.
Can you take this cover?
Yes.
Yeah. So sorry guys, we're in the middle of doing multiple things at the same time. Am I staying in Helios? Yes, we are. We're staying in Helios. Give me one sec. So I just want to share the screen again once again. So this is basically what you guys just saw over there. Karen went to pick up a call, so she'll be right back. Let me read some comments. Nothing said. Well, Mary said nothing like making guests be a guinea pig while making them pay the full price to set guinea pigs. So you're correct, and I do have an issue about that because you guys are about, so spoiler alert, I know I told Mary, you guys are about to get spoiled this weekend because Universal has invited media to go to Epic this weekend. I'm gonna have to repeat this because Karen doesn't know it. So what people don't know is the issues that are happening in Epic, which if you guys remember, months ago, I've been saying them, and then we'll go over them in a little bit, but there's multiple issues going on. So what they're gonna do, typical company, at this point, I cannot even say it's Universal or Disney. They do the same crap all the time. They want people to show you the best thing that they got to offer. And don't get me wrong, for what I hear, people are loving Epic. And the little bit of leaks that I've seen here and there, it looks phenomenal. The theming is outstanding. But it's another project that was rushed. And in my head, what I've been telling myself is if they screwed up in 2 hotels, what makes me believe that they didn't do the same thing for the theme park, which that has always been my concern. And if you guys have great memory, I've been saying this for the longest. Technically speaking, Epic was supposed to be on soft opening back in November. Then they pushed it to January. From November to January, they have a boatload of people working on nothing but overtime to try to kind of like push the day as soon as possible. And even Raymond over here, my bad man, I've just jumped over your comment. He said, me waiting to hear if we're gonna get a pass holder preview of Epic while all my Comcast employee friends are going already. And you're correct, and that's pissing people off. So the other thing in pissing people off is they invited the media. They're telling team members. So by the way, the team members are going all the way through the 16th. They're telling the team members you cannot take any pictures nor video, but you invite the media and you're gonna allow them to take that now. It is gonna be limited. So according to my contacts inside the park, they're gonna walk in groups and they're gonna do kind of like they do the tour behind the scenes for Halloween Horror Nights. they're going to tell them where they could take pictures or not. But understand, you're not even doing that with the team members. You actually telling them, if you take a picture, we find out, you will get fired. Which by this point, there's over 300 people under investigation, and I think a little bit over or close to 100 last time I checked that have been terminated. That's what I heard. Again, I just got contacts here and there. I have tried to avoid staying away from all the gossiping and chisme, but I kind of like get to know too many people, and then people feed me the info, and I know still people in the park. So I just did a little bit of digging, and that's basically what's up. But to answer your question, Cecilia, yes, it was rushed. Unfortunately, now the I believe of being transparent with you, it wasn't in our plans to stay at any of these hotels until I was here in my office working remotely from my full-time job, and media got invited to Stella Nova. And when they got invited to Stella Nova, let me stop my screen really quick. And by the way, before I move forward, both hotels are beautiful. I'm not putting them down. I really enjoy them. Once things get fixed, it's gonna be an excellent hotel. It's just the way how these things have been managed is the part that kind of upsets me and everybody else. Beautiful hotels, nice, comfortable rooms, and all that. But the media had a first look of Stella Nova. And I'm sitting here minding my business, and all of a sudden I see pictures and pictures, and obviously media. Oh my God, this is great. Oh my God, this is awesome. Oh my God, this. Oh my God, that. And look at all the food that we're trying, and check out the food. This is delicious and all that. And that day, I remember taking a couple of screenshots, and I sent them to Karen, and I said, "Hey, this is what supposedly." Where's my phone? Oh, supposedly, I got notes in here. That's why. Supposedly, this is what people are saying about Stella Nova. And Karen told me the same thing. Yeah, right. You know their media. They're not going to tell you the 100% truth. And I said, hey, ironically, I just happened to look at the hotel prices. And as we speak, hotel prices went down. Should we pull the trigger? Mm-hmm. And obviously, it's funny because she's working in the front, because you were remoting that day. Yeah. I'm remoting here, and we're talking through cell phone.
Technology, people.
Yeah.
We don't even have to get.
So I'm like, look, because you were about to jump on a meeting.
I had a meeting, yeah.
So I was like, look, you drop this price, what should we do? And you said, book it. Let's give people the reality.
Although I am staying there.
On the Helios, you are.
What are we talking about? Which one are we talking about? Sorry.
Stella Nova, how everything started.
Oh, yeah.
So then we decided to book it. And then once we went to Stella Nova, then, we understand there's plenty of employees. They're still kind of like in ladders, which is still not a good look in my opinion, because, you're dealing with guests, but that's okay. I could understand that. There's a couple of things you and I saw, dented metal and minor things that they had to fix eventually. We saw a little bit of holes in the wall, it's okay, whatever. But then that's when we go to the basketball games. Kyla had basketball games and Kyla had a practice. You came over here, and then I went with the kids to stay. And that's when the real nightmare started. So if you don't follow my buddy Kevin and I had this belief that these hotels may be like haunted, because like everything is beautiful during the night, and then once you go, during the day, once the night start falling, then everything flips backwards. Everything. So we captured it. We spoke the truth and all that. Typical, Kevin and I, again, Kevin him back. If you don't follow him on social media. Our friend Kevin gets thrown to the wolf all the time because the people take him like he's negative. And he's not negative. He's being very critical about things.
He's just pointing out the truth.
And it's truth. People don't like hearing that. But me and Kevin were facing the same thing. Not knowing. It's just that when I woke up the morning after, I discovered, oh crap, he was having issues too. So the issue that we were having in this hotel was the kids took a shower. They came out and they said, Dad, by the way, good luck with the shower. And so, what do you mean? Oh, it's a cold shower. Ain't no way there's a cold shower.
Come on.
Just go. I told them, just go to bed. It's past midnight. We gotta wake up early. Just go to bed. No, seriously, Dad. You're gonna struggle. You'll see. Now,
you won't struggle.
Kyle and Kalel, when they take hot showers, it's like, and Karen, they are boiling. I don't know how they don't.
It feels so good.
I don't know how they don't walk out of there with like a 3rd-degree burn because it's like steaming. I'm more like the lukewarm to cold shower, no matter what time of the year it is. So for me, I was like, yeah, whatever. You guys are exaggerating, blah, blah, blah. And then Kalel says to me that it was like 10 minutes before I start feeling some even lukewarm water. And I'm like, dude, you take forever in the shower. Don't even give me that crap. Go to bed.
As usual, you'll never believe your kids.
Right. So I turn the shower on and I do one of these. I'm like, okay, let me wait, because we're like the 6th, 7th floor, some crap like that. And
I know when you take showers back to back to back, the water takes longer to warm up at that point.
And I'm being flexible at that point. Yeah, whatever. But then I put my hand on the water. I'm like, this is not even warm. This is freezing. And that night was freezing outside. We were getting hit with low 30s. Before anybody just flip out, it's super cold for Florida, people. When we have 40 to 30 degrees, that's freezing here in Florida.
Especially Florida doesn't just get cold; it gets cold and wind.
And that day was like raining and all that. So I was like, "What in the world is happening here?" And 10 minutes went by, and it was cold and cold and cold. So at that moment, I just jumped in the shower and said, "Heck it is what it is." Boom, shower and out. But I didn't think any of it. I was too tired. I didn't say a darn thing. And I woke up the next morning. Then we reviewed the food. The food was okay on Stellanova. And I'm about to do the checkout. And I had already seen through Instagram stories Kevin's story about the night before. And I saw Kevin walking to the front desk. And Kevin looked like a freaking zombie because he hasn't slept. I'm like, dude, what the heck happened? And then we started talking, and it was like a mess after a mess. And anyway, so that was Stellanova. Then we thought that Terra Luna will be fixed.
Let's just say that I had a nice night at home on the couch, nice and warm with hot water.
Mm-hmm.
If that would have been me in that hotel, I think I would have gone home because I cannot take a cold shower, and I'm usually the last one that takes a shower when we go places. So I would have been like, "You guys can sleep. I'm gonna go home."
So before I changed the screen, to be honest with you, everything that you see in this photo is true. This is how it looks. It looks amazing and all that. Little bit that we knew was what Kevin encountered that night because it was raining, and these tiles over here, they go up to your floor, or your room. It is loud, and if you watch Kevin's video, you will hear it actually. But as you start going around, everything you see, that's exactly how it is. The cafe is exactly like that. It's beautiful. It is a beautiful hotel. But when people ask us, would you stay over there? As I always say yes, as long as the issues that they were having are resolved. Now they're having other kind of issues because now the hotels are short of staff and the hotels is suffering other type of issues because we've been what's that?
That's cool.
Okay. So they're shorthanded and there's other kind of complaints. So that's how the bar looks from outside. So it is a beautiful hotel. So now fast forwarding to Terra Luna. So when you do Terra Luna, which is this one, again, everything that you're looking at is the same. Now, people are questioning what happened with the tiles over here. That's a huge difference that people saw from this hotel to that one. What happened with the tiles? And it seems like, in my opinion, like they run out of money and they had to cut budget.
Or it can honestly be like a safety issue. Maybe that's not what's glaring into the buses or something.
It
you know what I mean? Like, it could be a safety issue.
It could be.
They might not come out and say it, but it could be. It could have been because those reflected quite a bit.
Like, so that's how Terra Luna looks like.
See how much, like, see the reflection and stuff. It might have been an issue.
It might have been a last minute decision. Yeah. The Luna bar is nice. That's the marketplace. So the
marketplace was pretty.
Yeah.
I think I like them more. I like this one more than I like the other.
Overall, like I said, it's not bad. Like they just had to fix the issues. Quite honestly, that's my only thing. They had to fix the issue. Let me show you guys.
It's like anything, they're gonna have kinks, but I think when a lot of people start saying, "Well, they're new, there's a brand new, they're opening." Nobody is brand new at opening anything. Anything that's being open right now is done by people that have opened stuff already. So to me, that's not an excuse. Like, it's not the first time that Lowe's opens a resort. It's not the first time that Disney opens a ride. You know what I mean? Like, it's not telling people, well, it's the first day. It's not an excuse.
No.
Especially when we're playing, especially when people are paying the price to be in there. Like, if you say, like, it was 50% off, or, hey, the night was $50 because we know we have kinks, then you go in knowing that they're going to have issues. And you didn't pay that much to begin with to stay there. But when you're paying, like, officially the full price that you're supposed to be paying, then that's not an excuse.
Mm-hmm. The staff at Stella Nova was not fully trained. The restaurant the next morning, they're supposed to open by 7. They didn't open until like 7:20. The food was taking forever, so there's a lot of things that I feel upper management put the staff through without any reason, because they want to be greedy, and the corporate greed gets in between. Now, I tell you what, no matter what we experience on both hotels, when it comes to team members, phenomenal.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Like, I had no complaint. I mean,
the little that I interacted with them, and they were really nice.
Smiling all the time, greeting you, wanting to interact with you, ask you how's your day going, ask you what you like so far. I mean, it's like one after the other, and then when you're sitting down, you're supposed to, once you're done, to it's kind of like Cabana being married. Like, when you finish, you're supposed to put your plates and trays and all that. But they have the people bossing the tables. They're just, hey, can I remove the table for you? I mean, and how's your night going? And how's everything? I mean, very interactive. So shout out to the team member for everything. So anyway, this was released. An Attraction Magazine took a shot. They did like a 360. Non-Attraction Magazine, the company that worked with these people, with Helios, and they kind of like took pictures of that. So Attraction Magazine went ahead and posted it. So apparently, Lowe's gave this picture. This is the
Preview.
the rooftop bar. So this is a 360 view to most of the Epic Universe Park. But this is the arrival area of Helios, and here you have it. So Cecilia was asking, are you, do you think you're gonna be going to Helios? And yes, we are going to be on opening day at Helios. The reason why is because last week, was it last week? Yeah.
Whenever you say
So I check room rates every day. I'm constantly stalking Universal page, website, the app, and all that. Making a long story short, I realized the prices drop. So to stay the opening night, when they first released, and by the time I went, I couldn't book because it was sold out. But when I was talking to Tyler, Tyler from the Pug 2, he was yeah, I think you were there when he told us that the opening or the original price was like 225, 250 the night. So he booked it right there, right? Every time that I would check, it would be like almost $800. And
I said absolutely not.
And I so wanted to do it because it's Helios and all that. And Karen told me no. But last week it dropped the price, and then by the time that we pay the taxes and all that, I think it came out to like $369,
which is still a lot.
It's still a lot.
I'm paying that much for a hotel,
but it was like a 55%, almost 60% less than what they were originally paying. Now, what happens is I told Karen, if we don't book it now, we are never gonna see this price. I mean, it's gonna be a while.
I don't think we'll ever see that price.
We will, but it's something big needs to happen. Like big, like a pandemic, big, like a God forbid.
Well, let's not call it that. So let's just say that we're never gonna see.
Well, there's conversation about recession right now, so it has to be something big like that for them to drop prices like that. But
if we're all in a recession, we're not gonna be spending money.
Exactly. So we found it, and we pulled the trigger, and that's the reason why we're staying there for opening night, which is gonna be crazy. Don't ask me how we're gonna do it because it's the same day as opening day at Epic, and it's already. I had to figure it out how I'm gonna just create content for both the same day. It's gonna be a long, exhausting day. But this is how the lobby looks. Beautiful hotel. I mean, reminds me a lot. Obviously, it's a different theming, but it looks so like a deluxe kind of resort, sort of like Portofino. You know what I mean? Or Hard Rock. They just give you that wow look, that wow moment. But quite honestly, this hotel will, in my opinion, will rarely go down on prices because if you think about it, this is the first hotel that actually give you entrance to a theme park from both companies, Disney and Universal. The only hotel in the United States that had that, it was Disney California Adventure in obviously California. Nobody else that we know of has a hotel that has an entrance. Exactly, you can enter and connect back to your hotel from the theme park. So quite honestly, I'm rarely gonna see, in my opinion, we will rarely gonna see this hotel dropping in price.
I don't think it'll go down that much.
So these are how the guest room looks like. This is the family suite, which is or they call it the kids suite, and it's themed after How to Train Your Dragon, which is pretty cool. It's how it looks like. It is beautiful. I mean, again. Now, if you're looking for the larger rooms ever, you gotta go to Portofino. Those are the larger rooms in property. But you could have a view to the entire theme park, which is super nice. So that's outstanding. I mean, I could only imagine how much one of these rooms is gonna cost people. It has a bar on the top. It has like another restaurant on the bottom. So I think it's total of 3 places. Here's this rooftop bar, and it's at 360. You see, I think it rotates, or you are able to walk over here and take pictures. So this is the pool. I mean, very like nice. So obviously we're gonna be there. We're gonna give you a full tour. We're gonna give you our experience. But I'll be honest with you, after paying that much money, if this hotel they pull the same crap that they pull in the other two, I am gonna be really pissed.
We'll go to front desk.
And I am escalating this very quick.
We're gonna check for hot water as soon as we get there.
Yeah, and water pressure.
Oh, yeah.
So this is a gym. Gyms are very nice on both hotels. To be honest with you, this is I guess that one of the restaurants. So we're getting like a inside look now.
Ballroom.
And that's a ballroom and all that. So again, it's pretty neat. So a lot to basically expect in here. But then we going back to Terra Nova. The where is it? I have it over here. One of the biggest issue that we found. I might have closed the window. My bad. One of the biggest issue that we have found in Terra Luna, it was almost midnight and we had to change rooms because of the water pressure. And you saw our video, you know what I'm talking about. If not, you follow us on social media. I try to like immediately post this, and of course, a lot of people, including Kevin, they went ahead and share it. And of course, you get the smarty comments like, "Oh, it's not a big deal," At least they gave you a room. Dude, that's besides the point.
At least they gave you a room.
Yeah,
like they switched you from rooms.
Yeah, because the hotel wasn't a full capacity. So it's like, let me stop this screen really quick and let me share it with you. Share screen.
But regardless, that stuff like that shouldn't happen, especially in a brand new resort. Like somebody should have gone through all the rooms and tested them out.
Yeah. No, not kidding.
And I don't understand how the housekeepers didn't check all that. Because even if the engineering team couldn't do it, you had housekeepers that went through all the rooms. You should have said, "Hey, since we had this issue with the other hotel, can you guys everybody go and make sure all the water, all the showers are working properly. Make sure they have pressure, make sure they have hot water, and make sure that they're good to go."
And that was Kaleo, who was his first turn to take a shower and discovered it and called me out. So that's basically, this was the strongest pressure that we got out of this thing.
I would have been so mad. Yet again. Huh?
And then what happened is, again, they gave us they switched us a room, what I call, and customer service picks up the phone and they give you the option. Do you want to switch room or do you want to wait for the maintenance guy?
Which I don't even know. If you have rooms available and it's that late at night, why are you even offering the maintenance guy?
And I said, how long it's going to take the maintenance guy to get here? She said, about 20 minutes. And I said, okay, give me a room. And she said, yeah, but I hate for you to pack your things again. I said, oh, no, don't worry. I got a book bag. Are you sure? So now I'm starting to think either she doesn't want to put me through that uncomfortable situation or they're trying to avoid switching rooms. Or both. And I said, no, give me another room. Because I don't know, you might think it's 20 minutes, but it may be more than that. So what happened is that I remember Kevin's experience for Stella Nova, and they made Kevin wait for hours. And it's almost midnight. I'm not going to wait for no guy. And I had Kyla already falling asleep.
Oh, they had a meet.
Yeah,
and then they had tired. School the next day too.
So we ended up switching rooms, and that's what happened. Javier is asking, do you think for the holidays they will decorate Epic Universe going this November? And I'm excited. Yeah, you should be excited.
I would
assume yes. But I don't know what lands are they gonna do. I don't know, like Monster, Dark Universe. I don't know they're gonna do anything with that because of The contract, I'm assuming the Celestial part they could, because it's like kind of like a generic section, and they put like a big Christmas tree and all that. I don't expect like festivities of Christmas just like they do at Universal or Island. You may see some garland and stuff like that, but it's not like I don't foresee a celebration like you go to IOA and you have Sue's Landing, going nuts over there with the Grinch and all that. I don't foresee that, especially this year. Maybe in the future. And if you think about it, it has taken California now. This is the third year, I think, since that they've been open to this point to finally have Christmas decoration inside Super Nintendo World. So I don't know if you're gonna find it in all the land. You're gonna find some type of decoration, but I don't know if they're gonna go crazy all out for that. I will hope so. I will also hope that by then, by then we have universal passes. The pass holders. By then, so that we can go. As many times we want to. But I don't know. So if you didn't know, in Universal announced that Epic is gonna be having like a tour. They're calling it a National Epic Universe Portal Tour across select cities. And here's the cities listed for you. So Atlanta, New York, Philadelphia, and Chicago. Apparently, this portal is 30 feet tall. And they're encouraging people to see them both during the day and during the night. During the night, it's going to have some special effects with lighting and music and all that. And it's just like a photo op, but for people kind of like to enjoy it. Why Universal is doing it this late in the game, don't ask me. This should have been done, in my opinion, from the get-go. But that conference, once again, what I've been saying for the longest time, they've been behind and they're avoiding chaos coming to them. So they're being, if you notice, the marketing hasn't been as aggressive.
Let's not promise something that we might not be able to deliver.
Exactly. So that's for that. Let me see what else I got for you.
So I live in Philadelphia and we'll be at Universal for Volcano Bay Nights that weekend. It's cool. Volcano Bay.
That's awesome.
Have we been? We haven't been.
You haven't been to Volcano Bay. I have, but I didn't go.
Oh, that's when you lost the keys, right?
I lost my keys.
And then I have to go get you.
So yeah, hopefully this time around we can meet Cecilia, because it's been now. This is gonna be year number 3. We still have not met Cecilia and her family. There's always something going on crazy with our lives. So Mary says, I think you're getting the better of you, Cecilia. So very quick. Also, you know what? Let's jump to some Halloween Horror Nights. Let's try to.
I'm not ready.
Let's try to decode this thing very quick.
There we go, Cecilia. September for Halloween Horror Night.
Oh, she's coming to HHN. That's awesome. That's awesome. So let's try to decode this thing. I almost put a video, but guys, our time has been freaking insane with practices and meets and all that. So I do apologize.
It's a game.
Tomorrow we're driving to Gainesville for almost 3 hours. Kyla is the only runner in her school that qualify, and it's like a big deal, like the fastest runners of the nation are gonna be there. So it's she's kind of like freaked out. I don't blame her.
Yeah, from when Kyla said, if you guys know that the kid that went to the Olympics, the high schooler that went to the Olympics, will be at that track meet.
Yeah, what's his name?
Hold on. Kyla sent it to me because she was all super excited.
Yeah, Lucas, one of her coaches, confirmed he's gonna be running at 11:40.
Ooh, so we get to see him.
Yeah, so I told him, who knows, Kyla may be able to see him.
She wants to see him.
But
okay.
Quincy,
yeah. So he's gonna be there. So she got super excited. So that's kind of cool. She actually Kyla runs at 10 something. So we should thank you, Mary. Quincy Wilson. So he's gonna be in that meet. So that's kind of cool that she's actually gonna be able to be with people that have with somebody that even went to the Olympics. She's in that. She's gonna be in that environment. So that's really cool. So the actual Olympics, not even Junior Olympics.
Yeah, because Quincy holds the record on the Junior Olympics.
Yeah. So that's gonna be exciting. So it's a big deal.
So things are crazy. That's why we have not put as many videos, and that's why I couldn't do a decoding situation. But a lot of people get frustrated when these speculation maps comes out. So first of all, shout out to Horror Nights Nightmare, who continue to do these maps. All I can tell you right now is the Horror Nightmares. Basically, there are a community of people who love Halloween. They have a Discord channel, and they go to different places in social media, and people speculate. Just like me, they know people inside the park. We both, look for the leaks here and there. For the most part, these maps tend to be 70 to 80% accurate. But you cannot get mad neither Horror Night Nightmares or the speculation, because you have to be aware that a lot of these, especially the IP houses, are under contract. Okay, so like last year, Five Nights at Freddy's supposedly was going to happen. Then they changed it. No, it's going to be in the bar. Then nope, it's not going to happen. Then the Blumhouse Scare Zone was supposed to be in Hollywood Boulevard, which that was the best area instead of stupid San Francisco. But the contract fell through, and they had to hold it back, and then they moved with the other Scare Zone, whatever, Evil Queens, whatever the heck it was called, in Hollywood. And then finally the agreement with Blumhouse went through, and then that's how they decided to do the everything from Blumhouse, from Perch and Megan and all of that, and that's why that area was like so. So a lot of these can fall through. Cecilia says, curious if they're gonna do a preview night this year, like the one that we went, like the preview night. Is that what you're asking? If that's what you're asking, I heard that yes. But and here's the but. It's gonna be different than last year. So, and that was to be expected.
Okay? No food. No.
Well, I cannot share yet. So, anyway,
I don't know. He hasn't told me yet.
Let's go around. Well, see, I know I shared something with them that I haven't shared with you. So this weekend is media. You ready to laugh? It's media previews for Epic Universe.
Nice.
At the same time, there is team members previews with their family. They're telling team members and their family no photo.
Yeah, but then the media is going to be there.
But the media is going to be there now. The media is not allowed to record inside the rides, and they're going to be escorted in groups, and they're going to be told the things that they could take pictures and video of. But you're ready. First of all, you are bringing them into the zone of the team members, and you're contradicting yourself.
Yeah,
in my opinion, you should have went until the 16 was over and move forward. But we're going to talk about more Epic, because I'm going to give you the dirty
little
secrets that are happening in there. So be ready, buckle up. Now media was supposed to happen in April 5th, by the way. So moving right on. So these people see the symbols and they get first. I don't know what the hell is this. Okay, so pretty much what is this is it is Viking. So they're calling it's gonna be a Viking original. They're calling it Evil Vikings. They're calling it all kind of stuff. So it's something dealing with Vikings. This one is from the game Backlash movie or series that is called Fallout. Fallout. So let me share my screen really quick. So
that, like I said, but don't let team members let that vloggers like those vloggers. And yeah, that's so much contradiction. Yeah, it's always as a cast member and as I'm sure the team member, it always feels bad to us. Like it's kind of sucks that they let other people do things that they should be letting us do first. So that's always like a bitter. It's
like a slap to their face.
Yeah, it's a bitter position that they put the team members in.
Yeah. So anyway, so this is Fallout, and this is based on a video game. As you can see, it came out as a TV series in Prime last year. That's what the thumbs up means. So in a future post-apocalyptic Los Angeles brought about by nuclear dissemination, citizens must live in underground bunkers to protect themselves from radiation, mutants, and bandits. You know, very fitting for HHN. So that's basically what I know. That's basically what this thumbs up means. Okay. Now let's talk about the SSS-23B.
The director.
Some people are saying the director, yet I doubt it because Universal is trying to stay away from the iconic those icons that represent HHN, simply because they're opening their 24 hour, the all year around haunted house or multiple haunted houses in Las Vegas. So they don't want to take away from that.
But there's gonna be some kind of movie thing.
So that is actually speculated to possibly be Scream. That's what people are saying. Finally, we're gonna get Scream.
Maybe.
Or we could get something. They're talking about possibly Jason, Friday the 13th, simply because Peacock is gonna start with Jason a series starting soon. So there's people speculating about that. This one, basically, they're calling it some kind of like ghost and graveyard. You know how years ago we had the great. I always forget the name.
That's of the not right, Disney. It goes to graveyards.
Yeah, no, but that's for the direction that they're kicking back and forth. This is definitely going to happen as of now. This, as of now, is definitely going to happen. This is certain to happen.
Okay, but you skip.
I know. So this one, what do you think this could be?
Ghostbusters?
Some people say it's Ghostbusters. No, it's not.
Something looking for ghosts.
So people are having the hope that it could be a Scooby-Doo house.
Oh.
People have been dying and begging for a Scooby-Doo house for years, and obviously that will be a very cool house. However,
that would be the funny house.
However, the strongest speculation that I've been hearing is The Conjuring, because The Conjuring actually fell in Six Flags, and because the Conjuring world has so many movies, this is something that they could actually do in one of the studios and transform it with multiple, movies. So that's basically what it's been sounding the most. That Scooby-Doo is like the people are hoping, we had, what is this, Beetlejuice, and that was cute and cool. So people are dying for the Scooby-Doo house. But this is sounding more like The Conjuring. This over here, definitely Five Nights at Freddy's. As of now, the contract is up. They are agreeing. We'll see how that goes. Because last year it went from the house to the bar to possibly a scare zone, and it never ever happened. This one over here possibly has to deal with some kind of dark Christmas also like a dollhouse. The first icons that came out from other people speculating, not horror nightmares, had teddy bears and stuff like that. There has been rumors that they're bringing something with toys, and where toys get possessed and attack and all
Done
that.
that so many times in other places.
This one over here is actually the Terrifier. So if you've never seen the Terrifier, it is one of the most, or the goriest movies out there. I'm gonna show you very quick how the Terrifier looks like. If you've never seen him, that's this is Art the Clown. So it's a maniac named Art the Clown terrorizes two friends on Halloween and everyone who gets in his way. So there's the Terrifier 1, 2, and 3. The third one came out in December, and it has gone down in history as one of the, if not the goriest movie in the history. To the point that people said that people left sick in the movie theater, throwing up and all that, because it got out of control. So the horror community has been dying for a Terrifier house. They thought they were going to have it last year, but it's sounding, and it's almost, I would say like an 80% certainty that this house is going to happen. So we may get to see Art the Clown.
Well, I guess watch the movie.
If you go to Peacock, last time I checked, they have the first one and the second one in there. The third one you had to pay for, or it was already included, I think. So yeah, it's just out there, just so you know. It's like
very creepy.
Yeah, it's like
very psycho.
Yeah, you know how it is. So that's typically how things happen. Going back to the map, this over here speculated to be something dealing with the aliens. So you can see it's like an astronaut kind of like outfit. So it may be something with aliens. That's what people are saying. Again, another original. I don't know how if they move ahead with that idea, I don't know how they're gonna make it, but it is what it is. That's for this one. I had it on the other screen. I'm sorry. And this house in here is Hatchet and Chains, and I'm gonna show you really.
Can you see where you're pointing?
Right here, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, right over here. Hatchet and Chains.
They can't see us, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm covering because I'm expanding the screen so they can see. I'm trying something different this time. Yeah, just for fun. So that house, the last one that I showed you, is called Chains, Hatchet and Chains, the Demon Bounty Hunters. This house was this poster was found in one of the houses last year, the Slaughter Cinema 2. You see, so Hatchet and Chains Demon Bounty was one of the fictional B horror movies that were featured in the Halloween Horror Night 33 Haunted House Slaughter Cinema 2. So that's the backstory. I don't want to kind of bore you with it, but you could look it up on Google. But that one is sounding like it is happening. I've been hearing about that house now for like a good 2 months. So I guess there's demons involved and
Cowboys
slaughtering the demons and stuff
that could
like
be
that.
Interesting.
But if you actually click on the picture, because I know you guys cannot see my other screen, but if you actually click in this picture, it will bring you to the story. Just so you know. Let me close this up. And then let me reopen the map really quick so we can finish up with the map. So, so at this point, basically, we have covered everything that has been speculated. You're seeing this fire over here because it's the Nightmare Fuel girls are
coming back.
Remember, there was a 5-year contract, and pandemic year was, I think, year number 2. So I think this may be their last year. We shall see. This is kind of like a love it, kind of hate relationship. Yeah. Some people love this show, some people dislike it. Some people find it like kind of painful that you have to be here like 30 to 45 minutes waiting. So if you are a person that don't have time, because you're hitting all these houses, then it could be a waste of time.
I mean, if you're going to go to Halloween Horror Night, you're there to see the houses, not to see a show. But if you had the time, then go and watch the show, I think.
Right. Now, if you notice, this is purple, just like this icon. It says unknown at this moment, but that means a show. But that show happens to be like in the Lagoon area. So the rumor is that we are going to have a Lagoon show this year again for Halloween Horror Nights. It didn't happen last year. Some people thought it was going to happen, and now it sounds like it's going to come together. We'll see. Universal has to strategize and be very creative at this point to how to, because you have Epic Universe, you have a lot going on. You have Las Vegas Halloween Horror Night opening in August. So you have a lot going on. They gotta kind of like get their money back and bring people to the old park. So it's becoming kind of crazy. Miss Sheila, how are you? How's it going?
How are you?
I am so happy. This is like a family reunion.
How are the boys?
It was so needed to do a live stream because we miss everybody. So let me stop the screen. Now that I cover all of that, let's
go back to Epic.
Yeah, let's go back to Epic. I was
trying a little intermission.
Yeah, I needed something. Sometimes with Horror Nights, it could get intense. I'm not gonna lie to you. And a lot of people don't like horror, so I'm trying something.
A little snippet.
I'm trying something new. I'm trying to like mix it up. We started with the hotels, then we built up to Horror Nights and kind of like satisfy the horror community a little bit. And now we're going back to Epic that way. We can see what's happening. Sheila said we're doing okay, getting ready for a Dollywood vacation. Oh, I'm so jealous.
Yeah, we've never been.
In a good way.
We have never been.
Yeah, I'm happy for you that you're going there. Cecilia, thank you so much. Oh, yes, I'm going to. Thank you. You're the best, Cecilia. Thank you so much. Let me show you a larger scale of Epic Universe. Okay, so that way everybody understand everything and how things are situated. Here's Epic Universe for you. The main entrance happens to be here. Everybody goes through Celestial Park.
Do they see you when you're pointing stuff?
No.
Okay. So just follow along with the names.
So exactly. Yeah, no, they don't. They won't because I expanded the screen.
Okay.
So you enter through Celestial Park, located on the bottom left. That's basically how you're gonna enter. And Celestial Park is what connects everything. That's where you enter to the portal that connects you to the other portals. Hope it makes sense. And then we're gonna work at clockworks. Yeah, to left to right. So once you actually go through it and you make a left, you're gonna find Super Nintendo World. Cecilia, no problem. Thank you so much. You have a good one. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, catch up the replay so you hear a little bit of the dirt that is happening in there that nobody tells you. So If you go to the left, obviously you're gonna find Super Nintendo World, which is pretty, awesome. If you go straight, the one in the middle is the carousel. After you pass that lagoon, and then towards the left, you're gonna see Dark Universe. Everybody's going nuts about Dark Universe, and it's like not meeting expectations. It's like exceeding the expectation. Like Universal, no, Universal has outdone themselves with Dark Universe. Oh, Miss Sheila, oh, you never don't feel like you ever had to make up, Miss Sheila. Having you as a friend is more than enough. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Dark Universe is the dream. So like people are like raving. Towards the back, you're gonna see Helios. That's the hotel. We already went through Helios. So again, this is the only hotel that has a connection, direct connection to the theme park. And then on the right hand side, you're gonna find the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, the Ministry of Magic. Now you can also see some open land.
Yeah,
you could
there's
see
another land coming. There's two actually.
Right
between Dark Universe and Super Nintendo, they can either expand both of those lands or make a new land.
Well, there's correct. This is phase 1.
Yeah.
So they have more land to expand, which is outstanding. Michela said, "I'll be down there next year for Epic Unit. Can't wait."
Yeah,
nice. Yeah. So they have land to expand, which is phenomenal. Shout out to them for thinking out of the box. Then towards the bottom right, then you're gonna find How to Train Your Dragon, Isle of Berg. A lot of people are loving it. People are saying, you know what? If you are a fan of the movie, you're gonna enjoy it. You definitely, they did an outstanding job once again recreating this world for the kids. They're gonna go bonkers between this and Super Nintendo World. So it's looking pretty promising. Mary said they're gonna have to do a lot to make Harry Potter Land make sense to me, but looking forward to seeing the land. Yeah, Mary has been going. We're gonna talk about that too, Miss Sheila, and don't worry about it. I promise you that one of our first videos inside that park is gonna be about plus size. So be ready. Mary has tried to find a chronological order.
Well, that's the first mistake.
Well, she knows Harry Potter.
I know.
And I guess her and Michelle can actually talk about it. They want to, because there's a lot of things happening that doesn't even make sense. The timeline doesn't make sense according to the little bit that I read the other day. As you know, I don't know jack about Harry Potter. Like I told Mary the other day, you know what? I'm happy that I watched. What was it? No, Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah.
And quite honestly, I like them more than Harry Potter itself. So I'm happy just to say, hey, I'll watch Fantastic Beasts. Finally, I know what the heck a sniffler is. I mean, now that I have become like that, my favorite animal, it was kind of cool to sit down with Kyle and watch it. And then I promised her I'm going to finish them. I'm going to watch the second and the third one. I'm excited. I enjoyed that one compared to Harry Potter. So anyway, Niffler, thank you. So, but
she's going to correct you. That's right.
I don't care.
She said, you're merging 1920s and somehow randomly a 1998 trial in Smack. It's smack in the middle of it. Short version. Hey, you're getting the clip version.
Right. You're getting that. See, people like me needs that summary.
It's going to be beautiful, though.
It will be beautiful. So let's talk about a couple of things that is happening in Epic Universe. More Fantastic Beasts than Harry Potter.
Yeah.
One that Shoulder Interactive Niffler. Yes, yes. He's super cute. I'm like, how can you get mad at him? It was cute. Um, so there has been testing. So it's team members backlash, family previews. Team members went first, and then they allowed their families and friends to come. Then what happened is the content creators started going, and they started like making videos explaining everything going on in each of the lands, the good and the bad, and Universal got pissed off. And what happened is Universal got pissed off because they want to protect a lot of those things. In my opinion, it's kind of stupid because I'm telling you right now, and this doesn't go against any team member or anybody, but I have found out more information about this damn park through team members and their family more than the actual content creators themselves. And I have watched a few videos just for me to stay informed, right? I can tell you in a daily basis what rights are down, what rights are not down. One thing that we all have to be ready, unless the Universal changes this, is the parking lot. Apparently, the parking lot, you gotta walk.
Far.
It's far. As of now, there's no trams. Based on what people have told me, there's not plans of bringing any trams yet. There's a drop-off area that people that they have mobility issues can be dropped off, but everybody has to walk, which it doesn't make sense. Being that it's a brand new park, it is not fully covered. There's not enough trees. So you can imagine that being in Florida, which by the way, this week we're getting we're definitely getting a preview of what's happening in the summer.
Yeah.
We have been on the 90s, and it's being hot as heck.
Summer's gonna be brutal.
It's like insane. So you can imagine going to a theme park with no shade. It is a problem. It is a huge problem. There's rides going up and down. So at this moment, the Harry Potter ride has not opened yet. Harry Potter is having an issue with the train, and we heard about it since when? Remember when we talked to our friend? I think it was Horror Nights. Remember when he told us he was already working in the line and they were allowed to test around the park, but then they stopped it, and because he works in Harry Potter, only people from Harry Potter can go to Harry Potter, and Monster was also having issues. So since October, they've been having the same damn issue. So what happens is, I think there's kind of like a train. They call it a train, but it's 10 things connected to each other. So they have made it as far as 7 or 8 of those full of people, and the ride shuts down.
Interesting.
They have never been able to run with a full train.
Well, at that point, you shouldn't. They will just redo the train and make it up to 6.
So the plan is, here's a backup plan. So we all have to be ready. Meaning people that come for previews like me, Mary, and the kids, and Karen, of course.
Just leave me out of it.
Fine. You're staying with the dogs.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to Helios. I go to Helios, go and come back, take care of the dogs, and then go back to Helios.
Plan B is that they may have to run with a virtual line in order to control the crowds.
In order to control the
opening day, if they cannot fix this issue.
Harry Potter rides always have issues, though.
No, but it's not only the Harry Potter ride. So here's another issue that they're having. Mario Kart has been having issues. Dark Universe, the one from Frankenstein Manor, has been having issues, and they're not fully operational. So I'm assuming they're full blast working on them. Remember, media is coming, and media is gonna tell you how pretty it is.
Everything's gonna be amazing.
But the reason why they extended um, the team members and family previews and friends onto April 16 is not for the kind of their heart. It's just because they need to do more technical rehearsal. And on their technical rehearsal, whether it's for them or us, the guests, it's basically saying, hey, you can come over here. We may be open, we may not. Right. Or we may have only one operation, one ride operation, everything's going to be shut down. So but it is, and you cannot complain. So people that have gone every day, they will tell you that things are closed. So for example, what was closed today? In the morning, Super Nintendo World was closed again. Stardust was closed, which is apparently Stardust, according to many people, is even better than Velocicoaster, by the way. So it is Stardust was shut down. The little water ride that they have in How to Train Your Dragon was closed up today. So these are the kind of issues that people are finding. Mario and Luigi are coming to do meets and greet every so often. They don't do it all the time, if it makes any sense. So now some of the characters of How to Train Your Dragon, they're not coming out. They had entertainers that were let go from Celestial Park already because apparently the show didn't make any sense. So they went ahead and cut staff and they let them go. So there's a lot of things happening behind the scenes that, you know, obviously they're not going to make you aware of, but all of this information, I can tell you I have found out because of team members and or their families and friends. So it has not been any content creator. This is me, you know, in social media or people talking to me. So when Cecilia asked earlier about Helios, if I was going to be there, and then she said, do you think that they rushed through the hotels? They rushed through the park, and you can tell. Once again, they delayed it onto April 16 because they don't want this to go out to the regular guests. They don't want the negative media going on them. That's just the reality. I'm already going expecting, you know, not everything's going to be 100%. I get that, brand new theme park. I mean, if it's hard to open one ride, I can imagine a whole theme park. But things are not working. You know, there's no mobile order yet. You know, things are like not up to par yet. So, yeah, you know, we're like 50 days away, I think, as of today for opening of that. But that, you know what, that they should be right now retouching. They should be just fixing the minor thing. They shouldn't be worried about operational issues. Mary said, really, it is up to him since that they require that stupid. You have to have your tickets connected in one account. I don't know what that means. I guess you can tell, or maybe you were talking to Karen. But anyways, there's a lot of things going on inside the park right now as we speak, and I'm not saying that it's the end of the world, but I'm just telling you, Universal has to fix it. Universal has to get in this like ASAP. And when the media comes out and all that, and they tell you how everything is wonderful, yeah, believe it, because it's a wonderful park. Just like I told you with Terra Luna in Stella Nola, they're wonderful hotels. They're beautiful. Should they open that quick? No. They should have a lot of the things fixed. You know, for example, when the elevator opens, I shouldn't be dealing with a darkness in front of me, you know, because the lights wasn't working. As I'm eating in the dining room in the morning, I shouldn't be dealing with the issue of lights going on and off during that morning off. People who are currently staying, they're still dealing with the same issue as my buddy Kevin, where the sensors are going off. So you're taking a shower, the sensor shuts off and it's pitch black. Or you're sleeping and you move your toe and all the lights go on. Those are the kind of things that people shouldn't be dealing with. So if they haven't been taking care of that, I could only imagine what other things that they're not taking care of for a whole entire theme park. And that's what makes me a little bit nervous. So what I'm trying to tell you, when you watch the content, if you like that kind of spoiler this weekend, enjoy it, because that's what you're going to get to see in the future, and it's going to be super outstanding and beautiful. But also don't believe the hype that people may try to sell it to you, like, oh my god, everything's perfect, because it's not.
Well, they're going to take them when everything's working.
They're going to say to them it's technical rehearsal, which is going to give you a preview so you could watch it and you could experience a couple of things, and that's what they're going to do. But I feel that as content creators, we owe our audience the truth, you know, to each their own. I'm not trying to throw shade, because we have a lot of friends that, you know, they go to this media event and we have nothing against them.
Right.
And some of them actually say what's in their mind, which is great. That makes me happy. But
and sometimes, honestly, they don't have any issues. So sometimes it's just like,
yeah, people
they had great time. They had a perfect run.
Yeah, people stay in the hotel. They didn't have, like, for example, the lights in our room that were working.
Yeah.
But that lets me believe that they used two different type of subcontractors. Because if you actually watch the people that are having issues in the room, the two sensors are together on the same wall. In the rooms that we were at, there's a sensor by the mirror, a sensor backlash switch, and the other one is by the wall by the bathroom.
Yeah.
But the people that are having issues with those sensors, the sensors are together. So remember when I told you that they went crazy paying overtime to expedite the projects? That's what they did. So they hire a whole bunch of subcontractors, and they split the projects, and whoever inspected, they were like, okay, they have to switch. It don't matter where they're working. That's all that we care. So they probably went turn it on and turn it off. Oh yeah, it worked perfect. Pass inspection. That's probably what happened. And now guests happen to deal with that mess. So what? So I'm sure that the same thing happened in the theme park. And if anybody wants to convince me, please go for it. I mean, I haven't been there. I chose not to be there. At the beginning, I was afraid to embarrassed. I don't like asking for stuff. So I didn't ask anybody. And then after that, I contacted somebody, and I said 2 weeks ago, and I said, hey, have you been to Epic yet? How you like it? And they said, no, I'm about to go. Have you? I said, no. I haven't asked anybody. And then that person said, oh, man, I wish I would have known, blah, blah, blah. And then I have asked somebody else too. Making that long story short, one offered me to go because one of their family couldn't go at the last minute, and I was at my parents' house. And then the second one asked me to go. And I could have gone, but part of it said, I don't want to go and experience something that is incomplete, number one. Most importantly, I want to have the family, or at least one of you with me. And they only had one ticket, so I kind of declined it. And I knew that my big mouth also was not going to stay shut saying, hey, this is not perfect. You know,
it's not ready.
It's not ready. Stop BSing people, you know. The only thing that I have to understand that they're in technical rehearsal. So if they're in technical rehearsal, there's nothing I can do about that. That's what they're telling me. Yeah, I'll complain. Things are going to go bad. Anyways, if you haven't done so, make sure you smash that like button, guys. That helps us tremendously. You know, if you're rewatching this, just leave us a comment with question. We gladly answer it for you. So going back, I haven't been there, but I can guarantee you these things are not going to be perfect because people.
I think at this point they're rushing it, and they're going to do a lot of things wrong. So it's like anything, you know, you want to get it done, but once you start rushing things, you know you're going to make mistakes, and you know it's not going to be perfect. So I know they put the deadline that they're going to open on a specific day, but I think if anything, they could just delay it And
no, they're not going to delay.
They're not going to delay because people bought tickets already, so they can't delay it. But you know there's going to be stuff that's not right.
As it is, they continue to pay overtime. They're actually paying overtime to to the engineers, electricians, and some of the team members over there.
That's a lot of money.
And the construction companies are currently paying overtime to the different subcontractors as we speak. The landscaping was just recently done about 2 or 3 weeks ago on part of it, you know. So, but part of that construction company moved to Helios. You follow me?
Yeah. So because they're not done with something, but they're trying to.
Because Helios was behind.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. They're not done with something, but they're gonna take the people from here to go here, and things are gonna get missed. Things are not gonna be perfect, and they need to get ready for the guest complaints. Unfortunately. Not that I'm looking to complain about anything.
No,
hopefully everything goes smooth or as smooth as they can go. But things are going to happen.
Well, I want to be one of those guests. They went to those hotels and had a great time.
Yeah.
Didn't encounter switches turning off. The hot water was working. Everything was almost perfect. I'm not expecting perfection, but I want to be one of those guests that say, damn.
Or whatever goes wrong, it's like a minimal.
Because we pay. I'm not being invited by Universal. We pay full price.
Mary, have a good night.
Take care, Mary. And by paying full pricing, it was like almost $600 for the 4 of us.
Yeah.
So if stuff don't go the right way, you bet your bottom dollar I will be complaining.
Right.
Because
I'm just saying, hopefully it doesn't. It's not. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but I feel the need that I feel like people need to express their concern, because if you pay that amount of money, you gotta at least meet my expectation.
Right.
So, for example, one of the things I'm finding now, the show that they have here, I think in How to Train Your Dragon, I think there's a pre-show, and that pre-show is very nice, they say. And the show is outstanding, but the pre-show, the location is super small. So as they're shoving people in, people who are claustrophobic are gonna have a hard time.
Right.
I myself, Mary,
yeah,
we're gonna have a hard time because
if it gets too packed, I don't like it either.
Right. So they're making it sound, and again, I haven't asked anybody, but by reading comments and talking to people, they're making it almost sound. You remember like the pre-show in Shrek?
Yeah.
That they get pushing until it almost exploded.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like that they're doing with that show, and people are saying, you know, it's and the little pre-show that they have is eye level.
Oh, that's not good.
Which it makes it worse.
Yeah, because short people and little kids are not going to
Correct.
So me and the little ones are not going to be
Correct. So the own team members are saying, look, we already know the guests are going to be putting
kids on their shoulder.
The other thing that the people are saying is that they have been testing the Express Passes lines. And they're running both the Express Pass and the regular line. And depending the ride, especially also on that show, they basically kind of like, it goes together, but by the time that they go in, because the way that they're pushing people, the people who are in Express fall behind.
So there's no point of like this.
Correct. Once you're inside.
Once you're inside.
I hope I'm making any sense.
So, it's almost like the Haunted Mansion, where everything kind of like.
Right. So the team members, what they're doing right now, they go and they receive a survey, and they actually put their recommendation and constructive criticism. But a lot of them are saying that pre-show location is super small. The view is awful. The fact that they already let go of entertainers in Celestial Park is a problem, because there's nothing going on or happening there. I'm assuming they're planning to come back with something else, but the entertainers were let go. So what's something else they're maybe planning? I don't know. They also say, you know, you're testing this line, but you guys got to figure out how to just push people from the Express first.
Yeah.
Because then you're gonna have problems. So the that the team members actually are being very helpful, in their feedback.
Right. Well, that's good.
But those are the kind of things that I'm hearing, I'm finding out, talking to people, I'm reading out there. Plus sizes, we may have some problems, and I am compromising to record a video for you. But let me put it to you this way. Apparently, there's two rides that will require you to put things in a locker. That right there is a red flag for any plus size. You guys know that it's almost like walking into the Hulk or Velocicoaster. You know what I mean? That automatically should put yourself in a category that I may not fit. At least I am. Okay. The Yoshi ride, because it's made for kids, the seating is small and it's super uncomfortable. So also tall people may have a hard time on the Yoshi ride and in the Flying Dragon ride as well. So people are having issues with that one. Some people are having issues with the Monster one. Some people are having issues with the Flying Dragon. So at least those three is the ones that I've heard the most. So we are going to have some problems. Do not go over there and expecting now the Harry Potter one. I heard of people that do not fit in the one in IOA, not Gringo, the other one. But they fit in this one. Even though it hasn't been running, they get the green light on the test.
Yeah.
So that the ride is not open, but they're allowing guests to go through the
queue.
The queue.
Yeah.
So people can go through the queue and people can actually go through the seating and all that. But expect to have issues.
Yeah.
Depending how your body is shaped and depending how much you weigh. How do I know that? Is because I have done my research already, and I already have been digging. And a lot of the people who are feeding is something that you and I have spoken behind the scenes many times. If you are a guy who is in the 280 pounds, you should be feeding. If you are a girl, they are even in the 250s, you should be feeding. Now, I saw a girl the other day who is in the 300 pounds and she fit. And all of them but one. I finally found a guy the other day who weighs 350 pounds and didn't fit in two rides. But his body type is completely different. He's over 6 foot tall.
Oh, yeah.
So you see what I mean?
It's the body distribution that's gonna.
His legs were skinny, so he doesn't have that Hispanic booty that I have. In other words, my hips don't lie. You know what I mean? He didn't have it, so he was able to fit. So I cannot say, "Oh, I fit in that category." So when we go and experience the park, we will, I promise you, we will actually do a plus size video for you guys. And I compromise, and hopefully Mary can help me with that too, and Karen, and you get to see different, sizes, and also you get to see height too, and we'll give you a better idea. Steven!
Aloha.
Oh my God, I miss you. You know what, Steven? I cannot wait until October to see you. So we gotta fix this problem, brother. We gotta meet up soon, and we keep missing each other. But I hope you're well, brother. I hope you're well.
Sure it's more us than him, because
it's more us. Yeah,
he's always there.
It's more us. No, I mean he's been slowing down a little bit. But like he had his Mardi Gras phone.
He's hibernating for Halloween Horror Night.
Yeah, he's saving his energy. But he went to Mardi Gras a couple of times. Can you believe this? We only went once to Mardi Gras. Sure. That's how busy we have been. We only went opening day or the following day. I don't even know. Opening day.
Opening weekend.
We did that video. that was it. And we tried to go last weekend, and things were so horrendous in our schedule that we couldn't make it. So we've been quite busy with the kids in a good way. So there's a lot of things going on in Epic. The people are finding out. Hopefully, again, they have 50 days.
Who's counting?
To fix. There's a bunch of people counting. That's how I know that. You know what I mean? So they posted. That's how I know it's 50 days. So they got 50 days before the actual opening day, the official opening day. I'm assuming they're going to have it on technical rehearsal all the way through. And they had to fix these big things before they allow people to record and take pictures. That's just the bottom line.
Yeah.
Because Monster, the ride in Monster, not the roller coaster, the other one, was having multiple issues with the lighting. The sound was off. Animatronics. So somebody said that they felt like they were in Tiana's. Where no animatronics was working. Now the ride is phenomenal.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So, but the ride has not worked at its full capacity yet with everything time, because apparently it's so high tech that they haven't been able to get it there.
That has to be so frustrating for them. You know what I mean? Like, oh, just work.
Yeah. So again, yeah, you're right. My heart goes to those engineers and my electricians and everybody who continue to put the effort. Shout out to the team members who can. I mean,
that's frustrating.
I hear the same thing. Team members that work in the park, super nice, super cool. This park definitely you're gonna feel immersed. But again, it's not gonna be perfect. Plus size people, we're gonna have issues. Don't go thinking that you're gonna fit in 100% on the rides. Just start telling yourself, I may not fit in at least 2 to 3 rides. Now, certain group claims they've been working with other people, high VP, and they were gonna make this a plus size friendly park. No. They try. They obviously have to. When you gotta look at their logistic, this park was built to compete against Magic Kingdom, and I said that many, many, many times.
Yeah,
that was their goal, and they had to kind of feed the family-oriented crowd, and then feed the roller coaster enthusiasts.
Yeah.
So, in other words, how can we make a park that brings the best of Universal and Island of Adventure and combine them? That's what they did. So if you follow certain different Facebook group, because it's not only that one, there's other Facebook group that have been saying, oh no, they are making the rights that everybody can fit. No, that's not true.
That's not true.
That's not 100%.
And that's
true.
never I don't think
that's not realistic.
That's not real. Yeah, that's not.
To be fair though to the parks, that's not realistic. As painful as it is, and it's gonna be for me too, it's not gonna be realistic. I'm just telling you so that way you don't get the wrong information and you don't get devastated. And go expecting that you may not. I think it has about 13 rides. Go expecting not to ride at least 2 or 3 of those. That's my expectation already. So, good thing is that I got family members that will ride it and they'll give you their feedback. Either or, you cannot take no camera inside, right? We cannot show you. This is not Disney.
And that's consistent. Yeah.
So I can't show you anything. So it is what it is. You got to take it from people's opinion and hear in the feedback. I will take you straight to the seating and show you the seating and all that. But the ride, nobody can show you that. There's an idiot who already posted a YouTube video for Stardust, and he legit said, I have a friend who actually got a job there with the purpose to get me in.
What an idiot.
Yeah, so he was aware that he was going to get fired. So that was the whole purpose. So it's like you
imagine going through all that and getting trained, getting hired, getting trained, all that just to get fired.
I don't know.
That's a lot of work, people. Who has time for that?
Yeah, I guess to each their own. But yeah, there's a video of Stardust. So if you don't care about spoilers, look it up. There's a full video of Stardust. Well, I guess. Anyway, guys, it's been a pleasure to connect with you guys. I want to do more of this every so often. I cannot promise you it's gonna be like weekly or once a month, but I do want to stay connected to you guys. You guys are the reason why we continue the channel. You know, it's been super hard, and sometimes we don't get the results that we want to. You know, we're human beings. Sometimes we just want to even quit. But at the same time, we think of you, and we know that you have always been there. You show us love and support no matter what. Your comments are very sweet too, you know, and knowing that even if we help one person, that makes all of this worth it. So we love being connected to you. We love answering your question, love making friendships out of our family and have you in our family. We're going to continue to do content as we can. We may bring some of the family vlogs, you know, where we show you the behind the scenes for the kids activities, or it may be just a regular day in our lives, so you guys get to see what we're up to. We're trying to protect the kids as much as possible, also their privacy.
Right.
They are in the stage that they have a lot of friends, so we have to also be careful with that because we don't want to expose any of their friends out there. So that's why it's been kind of even hard to record them, you know. So, but I know some of you enjoy seeing Kyla's journey and running. Kyle is doing well too, you know, with his basketball and stuff like that. So it's kind of cool to see them both, you know, doing their things, you know. And we're just a regular family, you know. You got the regular content creators, bless their heart. They do that as a full-time job. That we're hanging on in the hotel the whole day. And you got Karen and I who actually filmed the tour. We came over here. I edited as fast as I can. I posted for you guys to watch it. And Stella Nova, Kyla has 2 games. Kyla has a practice for basketball. Terra Luna, which it was the other day, they are a track meet. And
track meets, if you don't know anything about track, they last forever.
Right. And if you watch our Terra Luna video, you get to see legit Kyla in her uniform. You know, so while everybody, hey guys, how you guys doing? And Kyla's, I just came from my meet, you know, so they're grinding, they're doing their thing, you know. The kid is trying to get her scholarship or try to smash her own goals and all that. So we're being parents, we're supporting them, we're enjoying this stage. So certain things we have to slow down and put. So we appreciate I'm telling you all this because we want to basically say once again, thank you for everything you do, for your patience, and for showing us your love, understanding, your viewership, and you support us no matter what. We want to bring a little bit of the behind the scenes so you guys get to see that. The plan is to hopefully they both qualify for Junior Olympics. Then July we have to be in Texas, so
that might all be in the kids' journey.
Yeah,
those vlogs are gonna be all.
Pray for us, or pray for the kids, you know, because they're going after, you know,
their own different goals too.
Big deal goals. You know, this is not an easy journey for both of them. So if you don't believe, just send us good vibes. If you believe, just send our prayers to the kids, so that way they continue to achieve and smash those goals. And I will continue to share some of that in social media. I actually posted Kyla Instagram. I will continue to do that. So if you feel free to follow her. I will follow. He has to post more stuff. He only had like 3 or 4 stuff, but
he just opened it.
Yeah, so they are into this stage that they have their own followers. They are doing their own thing. So you have seen Cool Case Adventures since 2019 or close to it. You saw Kyle and Kalel at the age of 9 and 11. Now you're seeing Kalel And Kyla almost at the age of 15. Kyla just turned 17 the other day. So you got to see our children grow.
Yeah.
And
from squeaky voice to the deep
yeah,
voice.
so for that, for those who being an OG for the channel, we thank you for being part of our life and journey. And now we want you, if you want to, once I share their social media, follow them so you get to see their other stuff that they're doing on the side, because those are Instagram dedicated for their sport journey. They have their own personal social media account. We're not going to obviously share that, but the social media for sports, yeah, you're more than welcome to follow. You will enjoy to see all the things that they do. And in the meantime, we're going to continue. There's going to be more epic conversation. Helios, once that open, like I said, we'll be there. And you can count always in our honest opinion, no matter what. Even if it's food, which
especially if it's food.
Those two, Kyle and Kalo, you already heard them. Stella Nova, food sucks. Terra Luna, food is better.
Yeah.
However, super overpriced on both.
Yeah.
So, be ready. So if you're planning to come to any of those hotels, get a budget because they're super, super overpriced. But Kyle and Kalo said it how it was. So everybody, oh my God, we love the food in Stella Nova. Oh, we love the food. This food is great. Kyle and Kalo. I don't think so.
Yeah.
And those two are teenagers, especially Kalo. Give him a rock. If he's hungry, he'll eat it.
Yeah.
But that boy knows this food.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Kyla, you guys know, she's not gonna eat anything. I mean, she'll eat it, but she's gonna say how it is.
But I'm gonna eat it, but I don't like it.
This sucks. You pay how much for that? So that's the best thing you could get from the kids, and also count on our honesty always. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us. It was super fun to catch up with all of you and bring you up to speed on the craziness going on. I left a lot of other details out, but we only have this amount of time. So we love you. We catch up with you in the next one. And we got to record this weekend.
Somehow we got
to record
the track meet and basketball.
Yeah, so I catch up with you in the next video.
Bye.
Take care, guys.